won't be long, but I do want to give some words for my superhero, my father, Stephen Rickman. My father, Stephen E. Rickman, son of Dr. Edward Eugene Rickman, who was the second chair of psychiatry here at Howard University, would like to thank this distinguished group of scholars for this honor. It has been 50 years since he was part of the inaugural class of the Howard University Clinical Community Psychology program. He knows without a doubt that what he learned and experienced through this program provided him with the skills and knowledge that he has applied throughout his career. More importantly, the knowledge and experiences he gained in this program grounded him in an understanding of the importance of making social justice advocacy a centerpiece of all of his work, including his work as a father. Throughout my life, my father told me and my siblings that he entered Howard in 1968 as a Negro and emerged years later as a proud, purposeful Black man. Through his matriculation at Howard, and especially this program, my father was able to find and understand his identity. He learned the role that society at large plays in shaping the perceptions of ourselves and others. He learned the impacts of institutional racism and its effects on behavioral outcomes. As a result, he was well prepared to assume all of the various roles that were just read just now throughout his career. In each of those roles that he has assumed, my father has won many awards and distinctions for his innovative initiatives and programs that were based on culturally relevant, clinical, community-based psychology. My father's programs transcended race and socioeconomic status, for they transform and reclaim humanity. His education and training best prepared him to direct, organize, and create programs for our community around this country that actually worked for our people. He was taught in this program to understand at a macro level the community dynamics that contribute to individual behavior and outcomes, especially those criminal in nature. He was taught the unrelenting nature of bias in all of our institutions and its particular impacts on communities of color. He was taught how to manage relationships and work collaboratively to get things done. And more importantly, he learned and believed that at the core of what he needs to always be is an advocate for social justice and challenge the institutions and organizations that impact our lives to be more fair, equitable, and inclusive. These enduring understandings learned in this program not only influenced his professional work, but also his role as a parent. He insulated me and my siblings from the detrimental effects of institutional racism in this country's educational system. He did this by enrolling each of us in African-centered schools here in Washington, D.C. I was in the first class at Roots Activity Learning Center at the end of the 70s. These schools not only teach our accurate history and our people's contributions to mathematics and science, architecture, literature, culture, and civilizations, but they also teach how our brains acquire knowledge, naturally and culturally. By incorporating our people's axiology, our highest value, relationships, incorporating our logic worldview, diunital as opposed to dichotomies, and our epistemological styles, holistic thinking, symbols, imagery, rhythm, and our critical path analysis, my father chose schools that would align with our psychology, our African psychology, and had every student who graduated from Roots 2 to 3 grades ahead of our national counterparts. Because of this Howard University Clinical Community Psychology program, my father wanted his children to find and understand our true identity and be shaped by teachers who saw his Black children as unique, brilliant, legacies of Black excellence, change agents, worthy of a holistic, healthy, psychologically liberating and empowering education. But he did not only rely on Roots. I attended every protest, every march, and even wore Reebok knockoffs called balloons during my sensitive adolescent years because Reebok supported apartheid. I attended city council meetings with him, worked on numerous campaigns, and sat in his neighborhood Orange Hats community meetings. Not only did my father live out the mission of this program, he instilled the mission in me. I know responsibility goes hand in hand with freedom, and my father taught me how to live up to my responsibility to our community. So for your influence on my father, I say thank you. My father did want to thank Dr. Jennings for giving him a strong foundation in statistics, which served him at every point of his career. Dr. Pitts, who introduced him to systems theory as a means to understand organizational behavior. Dr. Savage, who introduced him to transactional analysis and application of Freudian principles and understanding communications and relationships. And he gave a special shout out to all of his classmates. He said we were a brilliant group that was so fun to learn and grow with. And he believes that only at Howard, in that program, and that time in history, could he have learned all of these critical lessons. He says thank you, and it's also extra special to be recognized by members of your tribe.